And he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Extra point good by Prater, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fields it right around the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They start the drive with Cook, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Cousins. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. A good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. From the 45 on 2nd down, Murray. This one swung out to Williams. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
A very solid gain of 27. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. From the gun, a give to Connor. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Not what you wanted there. It goes as a sack and a loss of a yard, and now it's 4th and goal. Prater's kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On play action, Cousins. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Play action now. Cousins. Flush to his right. Lets it fly for Thielen. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Now Prater to add the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Final play of the half, Cousins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Nwangu now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
On second down, it's Cook again. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They just do get the play off. Now Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Connor. And he is going to lose yardage here.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
2nd down and goal. Murray escaping the pressure right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Cousins now after the fumble recovery. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And it's 17-7. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Here's Murray. Screen pass to Connor. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. On second down, Connor looking for space. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Third and 2, and here's Murray. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Murray sets to throw on fourth. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Play fake. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
The Vikings on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, Cousins. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Well, just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Cousins. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And, oh, that would get a wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Cousins to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also whistle brings up fourth. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. Joseph's got it. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Then the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Rondale Moore,
47 yards.
And the Cardinals have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Taken at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Buda Baker with a pick.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Back to throw it, Murray.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown.
The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They fake the handoff, now Murray. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Play fake. Murray.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are right back in this football game.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Buda Baker with a pick, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Los Angeles Chargers. The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And we are underway in Southern California.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1.
Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There is, and for guys on defense, they've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
Going deep here for Watkins. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Quez Watkins.
57 yards.
And the Eagles march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Here comes Rager.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
They go play action with Hurts.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sanders. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Got a man complete. This is Richard Rodgers. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Throwing is Hurts.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
The tackle there by Marcus Epps.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Anthony Harris.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That's swung out wide to Sanders.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. To throw again on 2nd down.
Hurts.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Hurts.
He'll buy some time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's going to be caught front. Eagles touchdown. Devontae Smith, 35 yards. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something. Being shut out right now, they could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Herbert. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Herbert.
He gets this out to Spiller.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Spiller. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. They'll go right back to Spiller here on 1st down.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. Well, it didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, it must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. From the 16, Hurts.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, a 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
from the 41. Herbert. On Herbert, his third interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Give all that credit defensively to Khalil Mack. A great stop in the backfield. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
A diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
On first and 10, it's Hurts.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Eagles have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the fourth quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much time left. But they took what little time was on the clock and used it well, didn't they? Put a real exclamation point on their win with that score.
Elliott Good with a PAT, and it is 28-0. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. being chased out left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
One last throw here for Herbert. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Looking to pass, first play is Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained